use.
Nice.
No, but the reason why I think it's a good product, because it could be a niche product. We have hardwood, it could be a niche product, and you can brand it, say, I don't know. But it could be a slogan for the pool cue. Can you imagine, like, yeah.
Usually tournaments, there's something wrong. Championships.
What about bows? Like for there. You make wood bows?
Privacy fences. Fences were mentioned a lot. I'm not sure if it's something that the community uses a lot. It may be. It's a need. That or tree. Yeah. What's the other one? I heard. Dikes. Dikes, right?
What about bows, like bows and arrows?
There's two areas here that we're looking at, because there's a niche product, and afterwards the rough cut lumber stuff that we can produce, like decks. And as I mentioned, those are areas that social enterprises could do for housing. Housing would put an order to listen, we need this much lumber, board feet for this year. So this is how much we're going to
The rough the slabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good for shelter.
Yeah. Yeah. Shelter. Like, you guys do a lot of farming here with that chickens as well, so we can do coops. No? Okay. What about gifts and stuff like that? Is there something in the
What about
area
wooden
that
chests?
chests?
Sided, yeah, wooden chests.
Wooden chests, yeah. Okay. And what else? Cabinets. So when I say cabinets and stuff like that, those could be all generated for housing as well. There's a community up north that we're working with, and they're looking at, instead of producing like big cabins right now, they have the population in the community to actually sustain their housing. Like, they have tons of fiber around the community, and they'll need to manage it, like we're doing here in Swan Lake. And what they're planning to do is, what we'd like to do is to create this sawmill that will produce material for housing. And we could do the same for here. Produce like the flooring, the molding, frames and stuff like that. So cabinet making could be one of them. When there again, I see contractors coming to Swan Lake and buying our product. You know, if they want to build our homes, they need to buy our product as well. They can do the shell, we provide them with all the other stuff that they need. And that could be an offset. The money that you're saving from these houses, their kits, right? 165,000, 185, or maybe more. Imagine taking 30% of that and putting it towards something else. So we can do that with the sawmill. Any more ideas? Yep.
That's just one. I was talking to Brian about it, and like I had a look at that sawmill. I was kind of surprised. I imagined it would be something else. When I looked at it, man, you can just tow this thing around. So if I had a field that I wanted to clear out and I wanted rough cut lumber, would it be feasible to say, hey, can I rent your sawmill and a guy to come out and, you know, obviously you'd have to have some equipment to move it, but and rough cut all these trees rather than just throwing them away or trying to use them for firewood, right?
We want to investigate that idea as well. We talked about it in the past, that we would have these satellite crews going out to get the trees. We would go with the farmers in the area.
Oh, I got you, yeah.
We could do that too.
Yeah.
Instead of having them slash and burn, we go, hey, listen, we'll go get these trees for you. John, He's my man, because Sean is the one that actually came up with this idea. Perhaps we can get these satellite crews out there, train them, which we are. We're gonna train some sawmill workers and chainsaw. So instead of us, that's another area that we can talk to the head of. Instead of them plowing all their land and just burning it, this is where we can, the conciliation comes from, you know? Right. Yeah.
One thing I don't agree with what they were saying, making that captive.
Right.
In our traditional way of life, we use it. You know, it's just like giving somebody ready to die, making somebody die, but we got everything ready for
Right.
in our traditional way of life.
You know,
Yeah.
I respect that. I really do. And your opinion and your comment, yeah, your suggestions are important. And if this is not the direction that the others want to go, we don't go. That's it. I respect that. And I appreciate that, your feeling. I appreciate your feeling. And I respect it. So that's why we're looking at different ideas that we can produce. And if the casting idea is not going to work, it's something that Swan Lake doesn't want to do, don't do it. That's it. It has to be a consensus. It has to be from everyone. So that's important. It's got to come from everyone. If not, then we look at other stuff that we can do. There is that possibility. So I don't want to. It's all positive. So your opinion matters, and it's all about respect and trust here. So if we find something else, that's what we're going to work on. And that's why I was talking about housing. And we can produce some lumber for them. And if we find another niche product, that's what it is. Pool cubes, patterns, fences. Those are things that we can do for the community and perhaps selling them somewhere else. I like the pool cue idea because it's small and tiny. We can test it out, see where it goes. And, you know, there's many possibilities, and that's where it's so important with the branding. Imagine, still, get your luck. Picked by elders and
how difficult is it to supply wood to these furniture people? Is it difficult?
but it all depends on what you're going to be supplying them, because you can't just what do you mean by that?
The reason I'm asking that is, because furniture manufacturers, I don't think they use very good wood.
Well, if you're looking at Leon
But,
and Zakia,
But what I'm looking at is, like, if it's a reasonable price, a cheap product to produce, maybe your profit margin would be a lot easier. But I don't know, is it difficult to get into those manufacturers to supply wood?
that's a good question. I can tell you right now, I do not know, and I can find out. It's because we never practiced. So why not? Because we're really going to a different phase here. I think. I'm not sure if that's the right wording, but we're at a time now that reconciliation is important. So
The reason I was asking is, because a long time ago, when we opened up that sawmill, we had wood stored in the barn there, air drying, and a guy, one big furniture manufacturer, came down, and he wanted to buy all that wood, and I wasn't even saying, he wanted to buy the whole works. He said, "Name a price, I'll take it all."
okay,
We never sold it to him, we used it ourselves.
yeah.
But then he was after wood, that's why I was, what do you, are they, would have trouble getting these, or they
Perhaps,
cost or what?
yeah, we can find out. And those are questions I really can't answer right now, but we can find out.
But if the costs not too bad, it's not that hard to produce, maybe a turnover could be pretty quick.
Yeah.
Because they were looking at different kinds of them.
So you're saying that, well, we all bought furniture and we thought it was cheap because it wasn't really wood, right?
Well,
So you're saying that we could supply that material to furniture makers?
maybe, that's why I want to find out.
Because we can, that's why I was talking about these businesses have to start working on this. Because if we're gonna come into the market, they're gonna have to, you know.
Because a furniture manufacturer, I'm sure they'll try and buy bulk the cheapest to, for themselves to make money.
Can you repeat that?
I mean, for a furniture manufacturer, you'll probably try and buy the cheapest lumber you can get, not the number one quality, not the best, but the best for what they use it for.
Right. Well, if you're talking about poplar that grows like weed and aspen,
This was spruce that they were after, was just rough cut lumber that was being made with the sawmill. Chuck, we were cutting here that time. And we had stored in that one barn, air dry. That's when the guy come in there, he wanted to buy the whole works. And I asked him,
okay,
what was you gonna use it for? He said it was furniture manufacturing. And he wasn't laying or anything, he just,
okay, well, maybe we can talk to those individuals again and see what maybe they would want to buy some rough cut lumber from Swan Lake.
you wanted to buy that.
Yeah, because you still have, like, I know what you're talking about, because I've seen it in one of the barns. Yeah, and it's still stacked up there. Yeah, yeah. So perhaps you can reintroduce. However, I think we have to really take care of the quality control, because stuff that you guys were selling wasn't good material.
I looked at they're not using that one.
Yeah. And it comes to a time that we do need to get lumber graded, then we'll look at that. At this point, we're starting off at a very small end and then working our way up. But that could potentially be something that we look into as a sawmill business, is to grade the lumber, making sure that we're selling a good quality product.
But he was really happy about the way he reads. One by three inches.
So that's something we can investigate later on, because if the kiln, then we can sort of look at that idea later on. But it's a great idea. I think that we had talked about it in the past. So, I don't know, is there something else that, any more ideas that you guys think that would help generate this forestry economy? Anybody?
Oh, sheds and play structures maybe?
What's your name?
Kathy.
Kathy. And you were saying what? Sheds? Yeah. Yeah. Was it, you were showing me the sheds and something else that they were planning to build these tiny homes, tiny sheds. But those are things that we are interested in perhaps looking into. Could be orders as well. If you, a community member wants to build a shed, perhaps a sawmill could provide that and do that order. There's many ideas. Yeah. So, anything else? Any new ideas? Do you have any ideas or anything that comes into your mind?
Facebook.
Yes. Yes. Because I don't, we've generated a lot of these ideas in the past as well. It's just to figure out what could be the right one. So I think in future discussions with the advisory committee, with the elders council, and the forestry management, I think that eventually we can produce a niche product that we can create. We have some really excellent ideas, and I think it's across the board in every community. And so I really don't. Do you want to call it? Because I pretty much covered it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not quite sure. I think this morning I'm not sure if we were accustomed to this much or no opening prayer or closing prayer. Okay. And you can call it the meeting, and then we'll take your ideas and see what we can do, and continue talking to you and advising you, updating the community elders and the youth and members on our progress. I think it's important that the community members know exactly what we're doing. As we heard from some of the elders, that they need to be advised. And either a newsletter, better communication to let them know what we're doing. And I really appreciate all your comments, your opinion. I value them, and I will take them to heart. And, we will absolutely will not do anything that will that you don't want to do. So we respect that. So I will call the meeting, and I hope that you learn more about what we are planning to do. And if you have any more comments, this is where you can ask more questions. If not, we can call it a day.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
your time. As Brian is saying, we'll continue to give updates. Even when plans meet with you guys, we can give that updates on there too.
Right. So we want to build this with you, and we want to do it right. Absolutely.
Have you anything somebody wants to bring up while we're waiting? Ron's on back in. Any other concerns?
No, just like how long is all this gonna take?
Well, we've been working for, this is the second year. The first year, we did an assessment of all the equipment that was needed for the sawmill. So we looked at what you had for equipment already. We saw 2 sawmills that needed to be repaired. We saw a planer that needed to be repaired. We want to invest into a new building for the meeting place. We want to invest into mentoring. What else? And also in other areas that we want to improve in the sawmill business. So I'd like to see something by next year up and running. This is the second year. Second year, there were 3 pillars. Pillar, the assessment. Second pillar was development. And the third pillar was sustainability. So next year will be sustainability of the business and making sure that it's running properly, getting people there trained, mentored. Mentorship is the biggest word right now for us. So I'm looking to mentor someone for the next perhaps 3 to 5 years. That's how long it could take. It's just finding the right people. So.
Same thing with the forest management plan. It will take at least 5 years to develop because we need, as Brian is saying, we need to train, and we're already looking to have some of next year. And even for the monitoring of wildlife and surveying, it will take a bit of a time because some species you need to go into specific seasons to see them. So it will take that sort of 3 to 5 years of monitoring. But we will keep you updated on everything that how things are going and where we are at. And we came at this stage because, as Brian said, it's the second year, and we felt that we have enough information to share with you. We are in a position that we can give you a lot of information, a lot of background work has been done. We're still doing a lot of background work, lobbying with certain people to get funding. And yeah, that work never stops. And get the money, funding that we require, the training that we require to. It will take a bit of time, but we will get there. I'm very optimistic. So, as I said, we got a group of guardians that we're building, and we're continuing investing on them even as part of this project. And once we start, we are being here with you. We got a lot of ideas, but also we already seen who's interested for us to start interviewing, getting that knowledge, getting that information, and start, building it up. We're very excited with the mentorship. We already have almost a job description already done. We just have to work with HR so that we have that placement. Urban Lumber, the company that we're working, is very enthusiastic to work with Small Lake, to have 2 people with him and guide them in how the enterprise, the sawmill works. Everything will be covered, accommodation, travel, everything will be covered. So I think by the end of fall or even spring next year, we might have 2 people in place with them. We're hoping winter too, so that they can start getting the hang of it. So we've been
really productive in trying to get the community trained and mentored. So it's going to take a while. We're I believe it's in a good path. I don't like saying this, but NRCan did identify that Swan Lake is #1. This is their priority project that they in Manitoba for NRCan. So we want to continue building. So it's a great opportunity. And we want to continue talking to you guys as well. We did mention something as well to interview some community members as well, elders. So Victoria will probably take the lead on that. And I was thinking that we could invite some elders to Winnipeg, do a site visit, and also to do an interview, a couple of interviews with some elders that are knowledgeable in the land and other areas as well. So that will be coming in probably in the fall sometime. And we're going to continue to work along with you, the elders, the youth are important, and the community members as well. So thank you. In my language, wala. Request.
If anybody else got anything to say, I guess we can say.
Yeah, I'm very transparent. If you have a concern, if you're angry, if you're sad, your feelings are really important. And so it's important to know what you think about this project.
When you know the good about it.
Oh. What's that? What did you say? No, I thought he said something.
Well, I like to talk to the council here.
Oh, okay.
Sit down. This past incident that went by about this young man who's chief of council